conversation with Brad Wenders. A quick creator update this week. We're going to carry on with our interviews after the summer's done because, as you can imagine, most of the creatives we want to interview are going to be busy through August. So September, we're going to start our interviews again. We've got some really interesting ones lined up. Until then, it's going to be mostly daily shorts and some of these creator updates for budding podcasters, which I've had some feedback. It's been really helpful to some people. First things first, had a bit of a change of setup. So when I first started up, I was using the Scarlett 2i2 audio interface that goes straight into the MacBook. It's an XLR input for the Rode pod mics. And it was good, but it did require a cloud lifter because it didn't quite have enough gain. So I'd have to use the Phantom Power to boost these. And it was fine. You know, it worked okay. But on Prime Day, I saw the Vocaster 1 was up for like £50, which is half the price I paid for the Scarlett 2i2. So I picked one up. It was brilliant. You know, it's got auto gain. I don't need the cloud lifter. It's right here. Yeah, this is just straight into the audio interface with an XLR, straight into the laptop on USB-C. You have to let me know what the sound's like. It's got a couple of presets on it, but the best thing is auto gain. I press the auto gain, I speak for 20 seconds, and it just sets the levels to where I want. So someone like me who's not a big audiophile, someone who's not really up with audio editing, to just plug in, record, go, brilliant. In fact, I liked it so much, I bought one of these, £80, again on Prime Day, the Vocaster 2. So I can give you a little bit of a look at what these things look like. It's a reasonably sized piece of kit, but it's got, it's got the gain for the two sets of headphones. So myself and my guest, middle knob can be switched between, that's the mic gain. It can be switched between guests, but you just press and hold the auto button and it automatically sets the gain. So very simple on the back. It does have Phantom Power. It's got a power switch, which is nice, so you can turn it on, turn it off. It's got the 48 volt Phantom Power. Great, really cool piece of kit. So for like 80 quid, I know some people don't rate them, but as someone who's not really down with sound engineering and sound editing, it made my life a lot easier. And I don't need the cloud lifter, which did mean I need to buy some 5 meter XLR cables for live stuff because I normally do a 3 meter into that and then a 2 meter out. So that's how maths works. The Vocaster's also got an app that comes with it, which is the Vocaster Hub. So you can set your presets. I'm currently using one of the Vocal Enhance. This is the radio preset. I'm going to turn the presets off so you can just see what that sounds like. So this is now with the presets off completely. This is just straight XLR into completely unedited. And let's turn on the back onto radio, which I'd been using. This is a radio. It's my welcome to KY300 or whatever the radio stations are. Then we've got clean. So this is clean. The last one was radio. So this is a little bit more, it's just been cleaned up a little bit. It's fairly nice. No echo, no hum. This is bright. So we've got bright now. Sounds fine to me. And then we're going to go on to warm, which is the last of the presets. This is warm. So I think I'm going to keep it on either radio or clean. I might even record without, just so I can edit and post. But it just makes life a lot easier that it does the auto gain. It's got a mute button, so if I need to cough or something during a recording, particularly with live guests, this I can edit around. But with a live guest, if I need to cough or sneeze and the camera's on them, then I can press that button. So Vocaster, highly rate it, dirt cheap, half the price of the Scarlett 2i2. Doesn't need a cloud lifter for a dynamic mic like the pod mic. I'm sold, absolutely sold. That said, I did record at Cube Studios, and my goodness, that made life so much easier. Recording at Cube Studios, I turned up with my guest. We sat down, we recorded, they ran the files off onto an onto my SSD. I took it home and edited it. That was it. You know, I didn't have to carry stuff around. I didn't have to set anything up. It was great. But as a self-funded podcast that I do for fun, I can't really afford to be using professional studio. I would absolutely use them once money starts coming to this. But right now I'm back in my office recording the iPhone 15 Pro into the Vocaster using the Rode pod mic. I'm happy. No issues with this whatsoever. It's a lovely little setup. Suits me. Views and subscribers. So I've just having a look at my YouTube stats here, and it's not too bad. Been running since February, and I've got 209,000 views on YouTube since February, which is, I'm pretty happy with that. And I've got a watch time of 1,500 hours since February. So for a brand new channel with no subscribers to start with, that's great. A lot of that is shorts. I'm doing daily shorts, if not 2 shorts a day, which then link into the main channel. But I've had a bit of an increase in traffic this week. And I think that's because I've started being a bit more active on, there's a subreddit, it's our podcasting. And people are asking really good questions there. There's a lot of like new podcasters asking how they get started. A lot of people that have been doing it a little while, and a lot of people that have been doing it a really long time. And as with all subreddits, you know, sometimes there's not great information. Sometimes there's great information, but it managed itself quite well. So I've been using that. And in doing so, when giving people advice or giving people things that I've discovered, I've been posting links to my stuff, and my views have significantly increased. So if you're a new podcaster, get involved in the community like that. That's really been good. Also, if you're a new creator, this is my story of the week. And this is the seatbelt story. So I was a bit short on content a few weeks ago, and I saw some discussions online about seatbelts and mandatory seatbelt wearing. So I made a little video about, the history of seatbelts and mandatory seatbelts. I'm not going to go into detail. There's a whole video on it. And I watched it back. I was like, I can't believe I've just made a video about seatbelts. This is the most boring video I've ever made. I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to sit on this. And I called in Tash, and I was like, Tash, look at what I've just made. And she's like, that's the most boring video you've ever made. I was like, I know. So I didn't post a video that week. I had a week off. I decided to turn it into a short, and I put it out on YouTube, and it got 3,600 views in a few days, 33 comments. And I didn't realize people felt so strongly about seatbelts. I didn't realize that there's a lot of, particularly Americans, that find mandatory seatbelts to be so tyrannical. So that was an eye-opener for me. But the seatbelt videos on YouTube, if you want to watch it, I don't know why so many people are interested in it when I've had some really informative and what I think is entertaining content go out. Some of my guests have had some really amazing things to say. Me ranting about seatbelts got 3,000 views in a couple of days. It's mad. So if you're a new creator and you're looking at getting content out, as upsetting as it is to say, get the content out, be the content machine. If you've recorded it, if you've edited it, post it, see what sticks. My most popular videos recently have been talking about American culture and how there's a lot of evidence to show that Americans don't see things outside America. They think the rest of the world's like them. That's all done really well. Political stuff has kind of been hit and miss, but then it's been very political in the UK, which we've had a general election recently. So I'm probably not going to do much more political stuff. But the seatbelt story was my biggest video of the week. And that baffles me. It baffles me. So out of all of my videos since February, I say 209,700 views, nearly 210,000 views, which is great. That's amazing. I've had 3 videos get over 10,000 views and a bunch sitting at kind of 6s and 7s. So this is up there in like the top 20 videos I've ever made. Mind blown. Anyway, have a great week. Let me know what topics you'd like to hear about, because you guys watching this, and keep an eye on the channel, and I'll see you soon.